Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson, you're watching Nature Nell, and if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I am so blessed and so grateful that I've been able to put everything right back into the greenhouse. As you can see back here, everything is back out, everything looks amazing. I really want to show you pretty much what it took to do. Of course, through the magic of editing, we're gonna get through it much quicker than what it took to put it back like this, but it looks absolutely stunning. Thank you very much, you guys who have been hitting that like button. I did see an increase from the last video when I asked you guys to please hit the like, because there's so many views and not enough likes compared to the views. So I'm sure you're watching, forgetting, and then moving on to the next video. So if you have time right now, just go down there and hit that like button, and that'll help me move this channel much higher with algorithms that will skyrocket it to more popularity, helping me bring more income to the channel. So if you guys want to help me otherwise in other ways, there's a super thanks. You guys have been donating. Thank you so much for all of you who have donated. Some of you have been super generous. You know who you are, so thank you so much. And others have become members as well. So by becoming members, you'll get certain videos like this greenhouse. The way I pressure cleaned it was amazing. It was really cool. I enjoyed doing it. It took a lot of work, but it looked great. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for that. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel, because there's a lot of content coming up this season, because now comes the beautiful orchid season where we have all those great shows that I get to travel and take you to. I'm going to see how I'm going to divide myself, because work has changed dramatically, and I think now my weekends are going to be taken over by work, including Sundays. So that means I would have to be working in the mornings and going to the events afterwards. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I tried it with Tamiami and it worked great. It was a little bit hectic, but at least I don't miss out hours at work. And there are a lot of people that do enjoy super early morning services. So it's a plus, it's a win-win. So there's going to be new arrangements, but we're still going to keep going. So without further ado, let's go look how I put all this stuff back. I was gonna say, let's go look at some blooms. But yeah, I will show you some blooms in this video. You're gonna see some surprises. But by the most part is putting everything back together. And surprisingly enough, I have so much more space now. So I will see you on the flip side. All right, before we get started in packing this place up, I wanna show you now that it's, completely dry and it's a perfect day. Everything is starting to warm up. We're still in the high 50s. But it's going to warm up to, I think I heard 80, 79, 80. But everything looks really clean. I want to show you guys, for the members who saw the video on how I cleaned this whole place up. I actually did a step-by-step on pressure cleaning and bleach spraying and the do's and don'ts. So you can really see the difference. This was a spot that I showed. I want to show you guys. Remember that spot right there? That was all green. And look, I didn't get the back of this, which it's fine. That's okay. You don't really get to see that. But this is how the cinder blocks were. So I'm glad that actually stayed there, because I could show you the before and after of all of them. And I really like the way the concrete turned out after I pressure cleaned it. It has that very organic feel. And the weather staining on it didn't come off with the pressure cleaner, but I actually like it because it almost looks like stamping on concrete. And since we have the templates of our leaves from around our ranch, we actually took some leaves from our existing plants and pothos and palm fronds, and we laid them all out, sort of like telling a story of the plants we have for years to come, as long as this greenhouse is existing. So I want to show you the details before I start showing you everything being packed in. Oh boy, I needed to start early. guys, I am done putting everything. I'm running against time. It's already very late. It's like 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna water everything. I'm still debating whether to do the Epsom salt afterward or not. I may do it just because it really needs it. I'm starting to see a little bit of yellowing coming through. But by the most part, everything looks great. But like they say, wait 1 to 2 weeks to see really what went on, because they don't show right away. But I think it looks amazing. Everything is open. I could walk around since I pushed everything like 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet more. It helped make a lot of space in this area, and I was able to, for some reason, everything is out and there's still plenty of empty shelf space. So I guess that's what you have to do in order to really see. Oh, I never counted them. Oh well. I was too focused on this. It would have been too much of an interruption. So anyways, I will see you once I get the hose. I'll just show you a preview of how I'm going to wet them. And if I do the salt, it'll come after this. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough if we have enough time today, and I'll show you how everything turned out. If not, I will do it tomorrow and just add it into today's videotaping. So basically, just regular rinse. Try not to put it so strong. And give them a good soak down, because they have not had water in almost 2 weeks. So even if it's still a little bit humid at night, I'm not that worried, because it's already warming up. And I think that by tonight, everything is going to be at least 80% dry. That's why I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do the Epsom salt or not. I could hear them going, ah. All right, guys, so there's not really that much of an explanation on watering right after. You just basically water everything, it's been so dry and cold that they need it, and I can see it. They need that water. I'm just hoping that I caught everything on time before it starts affecting it in a molecular level. And we're gonna have an experiment on the ones that I left outdoors, like my big monster vandas, which I'm watering right now for the first time, and see how they respond to being actually out here. Because I'll tell you, if the ones that are out here do well, then what's the point of moving all this around? I would still probably wrap my greenhouse with heaters just to keep it nice and neutral, but I wouldn't be moving around all these orchids. It's crazy. It took me half a day just to do this, and I started super early in the morning. All right, so I'm gonna speed this up, and I'll see you when I'm done watering, and I'll let you know if I'll do the Epsom salt. All right, guys, so I am gonna do the Epsom salt. It's pretty windy today. Well, no, it's breezy, so I think it's gonna dry things quicker. I just don't want it to stay wet all night, but I think I have to do it before tomorrow, because I don't want to keep waiting. It's already been too long in the garage. So here goes nothing. I'm just going to show you guys a brief example, because I am running against time. Basically, the same way that I watered the plant, that's how you're going to spray it. Make sure it's soaked down really well. So that way it won't allow, or it'll help. It's not 100%. It will help the plant absorb all those salts. I guess electrolytes. I don't know if that's the proper terminology. And before it starts yellowing, it could basically help it fight off that yellowing some bit. But it's not, I've done it before, it's not 100% all the time, but it's better than not doing it, trust me. So you just basically rinse all your plants, every single one, thoroughly. Now I did mention in my members video where I did a video on how I cleaned this whole area. And I just got this because it's more work, but I like it better. For some reason, they don't break like the other battery operated ones. So we did order a battery one and see how that one's gonna work. But they are a lot more gentle on the use. They break a lot easier. All right, guys, so that's basically it. You just soak the whole plant from top to bottom. And there's only, and one of these are 2-gallon jugs. It's by Roundup. They don't pay me for this, but anyway, I ordered it on Amazon. And actually this is holds 2 gallons, and it's pretty good because it's one of the sturdier ones. And so I put 4 teaspoons of Epsom salt. You can get it at, don't get the ones with smell or fragrance or any of that. Just get the plain one. Better off go to Home Depot and just get it there, or order it online. I'll put some links down below and you guys can take a look at it and you can order from there. Because I find it that, you know, those fragrant ones and all that can't be good for the plant. But as you just saw, soak everything. Don't be afraid. I do hit the flowers. Sometimes I don't like doing that, but we got to hit this whole plant because at the end of the day, it's about saving the plants. All right, see you later. Oh my goodness. I am completely finished. Everything's watered. Everything got a nice spray down of Epsom salt, diluted 2 teaspoons to 1 gallon of water. I felt so rushed because of time, but look, the sun is still out. It's, I would say about 3 o'clock maybe. It went pretty fast, and believe it or not, I only needed 4 gallons. I only filled it twice, and I thoroughly sprayed everything. I don't know if it's the way that I have everything organized now is much easier. It just looks really, really, really good. I'm so happy the way it turned out. Let's do a little walk around here. Got all my cacti back in place. See if I turn on the light, if it makes a difference. I can't wait for this one budded inside there, and it has another one out here coming. So this is all freshly sprayed, and it should, by later tonight, this is all dried up. Here in Florida, things dry up really quick. I put all my Paphiopedilums up here. I organized everything really well. Everything has a logic behind it. Like there's cattleyas, pretty much all the cattleyas are together. I have rows and rows. I didn't realize how many cattleyas I have. I have a lot. And then since I pushed everything further back, I sort of bent the wires to make the Vanda lay this way as much as possible. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult and the wire doesn't want to bend, but I just twist it until I kind of get it there, and you can fit a lot more. Look how many I fit here comfortably. Yes, they're side by side and they're touching, but it's possible unless you have a mammoth greenhouse that you can separate them all, and I don't have that, but I think it looks pretty clean. Here's some more cattleyas. And all my epidendrums, I put them here. I grouped them all in here. So this way they're all in one spot and I can see when they bloom. My Angrecum, that it's in full bloom right now, fared pretty well in there. And I put it here because I think this is a good spot for it now that I have so much more space. But look guys, look how much shelf space I have. I didn't really throw away anything. I don't know how this happened. But I fit my bulbophyllums a little better, which I have to, this year, I have to repot them all because they're not doing well. You know, between all the storms that they got, when this ripped open, they were all under here. So they got the biggest beating. And I just haven't had time. But now that everything is organized, it's inspired me to mount what I need to mount for the projects that I have pending from the Tamiami show that I ended up in the Fort Lauderdale show, buying some things that I want to put on tamarind wood so that way everything is organized nicely. But I think it turned out really, really good. What do you guys think? It feels really, really roomy in here. I'm just shocked. There was a viewer that says you're going to be amazed how much space you have now when you put everything back, and it's true. When you have like a clean area, since I ended up cleaning all this, everything became so crispy and stark that it gave me a clean palette to think of how I was going to put stuff. And as you can see, Lewis and I moved this monster here. It's crazy, but it's in a perfect spot. It really doesn't get in the way. Now we have a little sitting area here, by the way, that when you sit, I'm gonna wet my butt, but it's okay. You get to look at this. You have this whole view. And then we're gonna see how this does, because this stayed out here. This wasn't in protection. And it has Vandas and it has Oncidium. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how well you do so far. Look at the leaves, they look great. So I think they're stronger than we give them credit for. And yes, I brought in the Vandalia in here. I think it looks better here together with all these. See here on film, since it's one-dimensional, you can't really see it as well, but it really flows really nice. All these different, and might as well just show you. I was going to show you this in what's in bloom, but look at that, guys. She held very well throughout my accommodations for her, because I brought her inside the house and it was inside my chandelier and it looked perfect. It looked like it belonged there. And I was hoping that I could catch it before. I was gonna wait to show you in the what's in bloom, but you know, I already saw some flowers coming off. I was gonna put this in a show, in the Boca show, but it's too late already. But it gave me 8 spikes. And this is from Vicky's Orchids. I got it last year in Tamiami. Super, super cool. Let me see the name if I can get it for you. It's a long name. So anyway, everything right now here looks brand new. It's always nice when you do these types of major cleanups. So, you know, I turned something that felt like a negative at first into a positive. Now we just have to see. I have all these buds. This happened all inside my garage from the Jewel Orchid. And this was, mira Mercedes, esta es la que me regalaste. Está súper bien con todo lo que le ha pasado, pobrecita. She went through a little bit of a hard time there, but I kind of brought her back. Guys, I almost forgot to show you. This is how it looks like now. It's unbelievable. Is this empty? You couldn't even you couldn't see past this. And on video it doesn't really show as well as in person. In person it was really like I didn't know where I was even going to start. I just started. And it turned out pretty good. These were already in here. These are the ones that I have to repot, and they're doing well, and they're actually budding. I'm telling you, orchids are pretty strong. Can't wait to get rid of that. And I had all these chairs lying around in the greenhouse. I just picked them up and set them up. I don't need to have them all in there. Watered all my Hoyas, which they seem to be fine. The leaves look really strong, and so only time will tell. All right, guys, so that's it. Until next time, I will continue with the fungicide, and then I'll give you another episode for the feeding. All right, and this will be for the general public. If you want to see the way I cleaned and brought this back to life, you would have to become a member, and I show you step by step how I did it with a pressure cleaner and bleach. So anyways, guys, I'm not even going to turn this around because I am so tired. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Now. And remember to always keep it green. See you on the next one.